9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Discussing everything about the afterlife and spirit world. Coming to you all the way from Ireland, it's Sandy Byrne.
Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of Life After Life with me, Sandy Byrne. In this episode, I want to talk for a minute about the importance of remembering our loved ones. And, of course, as well, the importance of allowing ourselves time to grieve. I know that I'm a medium and that I talk a lot in the podcast about the afterlife and getting signs from our loved ones in spirit and, staying connected to them even after physical death. And if you're listening to this podcast, I know that it's important to you and that you already have an interest in mediumship and spirituality. However, not everyone does, and that's absolutely fine. There's many other ways of remembering our loved ones and keeping them as part of our lives. Now, Remembrance Sunday is one of the ways that many people have to celebrate the lives of their loved ones and to show them that they're still remembered. And, I know in the UK that this day, it's also a time to celebrate those in the armed forces who lost their lives too. But, this past weekend, I was travelling to Dublin. I had planned, to go to the Remembrance Run, which I did in Dublin. So I went to Mass on Saturday evening, and there was an absolutely beautiful service in the cathedral here in Thurles, and we had the local folk group singing. But during the Mass, the names of every individual who had their funeral in the parish over the last 12 months was read out. Everybody was named individually, and it was a way for all of the bereaved families to come together and to share support for each other. Okay. Now, each year in Dublin, Athletics Ireland hold a 5-kilometre Remembrance Run in the Phoenix Park to give people a way to come together to remember and to celebrate their loved ones. But also to know that you're not on your own. Now, the race was started 13 years ago by Irish athlete Frank Greeley, and he started it in memory of his friend, the writer Con Houlihan. Okay, now the event has grown year on year, and it takes on an extra special meaning for Frank this year in 2024, because this year he lost his own brother Tom. Now, Frank's brother Tom was 9 years older than him, and he lived in the Blue Mountains, which is just outside Sydney, Australia. I've never been, but I'm told that that's where they are. Okay, and for years Frank had promised his brother Tom that he would go over to visit him, and he finally went over in 2023. And, after that holiday, and they had a lovely time together, and they walked in the mountains and everything, but as Tom stood on the train platform in Katoomba is the name of the train station, and he was waving his brother Frank farewell because Frank was heading back to Ireland, and that was in May of 2023, and neither of them knew it at the time, but it was to be their last time. Okay, because Tom passed away in April of 2024, and they never got to spend time together in person again. Okay. Now, as I said, Frank started the run, the Remembrance Run, in memory of his friend Con Houlihan, who was a writer. And, he tells us that Con always used to say, that's my computer, not yours, just in case you're jumping at the sound. Con used to always say to Frank that the three most poignant words in the English language are the three words that say, the last time. And, anyone who has ever grieved, they feel this to their bones, because we always say it, don't we? The last time I saw him, the last time I spoke to her, the last time we went out together, whatever the situation is, we always concentrate on the last time. And, I talk about Kevin, a lot on the podcast, and I still concentrate on that last time, that we saw each other, which was the Thursday evening before he went back to Limerick, and he passed away on the Saturday afternoon. And I rolled it around in my head for years. I was probably a little bit short with him. I was 14 years old, or I just turned 15, and I was tired. It was like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, and I just wanted to go home to my bed, and I was like, just go back to Limerick, I just want to go to bed. And like that played in my mind forever, and I'm not the only one that feels that. We all concentrate on, was I rude to them? Did we have an argument? I didn't get to see them because I cancelled our plans or whatever it might be. We always talk about the last time. Well, the Remembrance Run gives us other times to remember them. More time to spend with them and to celebrate them. It's an occasion just to take time out of our everyday routine and be with other people who understand what we're feeling and to see that we're not alone in our grief. Okay, and guys, the amount of mediumship readings that I've done for people over the years, and, every time Spirit comes back and they say, I saw you putting that flower, planting that flower in your garden for me. I saw you lighting a candle in front of my picture. I saw you hanging that picture up in the wall, or I see you every day, when you're leaving the house, blowing a kiss to my picture on the wall or whatever. They always mention the things that we do when we're thinking about them. So, they're there with us. And if you're there running or walking or crawling or whatever you're doing on the 5K, they're there with you. But it's also so important to allow yourself the time to grieve. Mediumship is great, and maintaining a connection with our loved ones across the divide of physical being, it's amazing. Okay? But it is not, and nor will it ever be, a substitute for grief or grief counselling. The most important thing is acceptance and dealing with your loss, not to prolong your grief. And however you find that moment of peace and understanding, you should grab it with both hands. Now, I'm going to have a hypnotherapist on the podcast in the coming weeks to give us tips on how to deal with grief. But last Sunday, hundreds, if not a couple of thousand people descended on the Phoenix Park to share their grief and to give hope to so many who previously felt that nobody understands what they're going through. Now, after the race, I spoke with a few of the participants and asked them who they were running for and if they found the event helpful. So stay listening, because I'm going to play some of those conversations for you here now. But if you would prefer to watch these people in video format, and see the remembrance wall that I talk about in the clips and whatever, I'm going to put the video of this episode on my YouTube channel also. And it might make more sense, you'll be able to see the pictures that, on the t-shirts that people are talking about, as we're talking about them. And so I put the link to the YouTube video in the show notes attached here. And I also have a link to a Facebook post by the organising committee on the Facebook page. And they put up a video of the singer Noel O'Grady singing, what I describe as a hauntingly beautiful song called As Long As I'm Remembered, I Will Never Die. So do have a listen to that also. It really is beautiful and gives us pause for thought. So well done to everyone who took part in the event. It was my first time running it, but I will be back next year. And if you don't run, there's also hundreds of people who walk the course each year, and they chat to others about their experiences and their losses and how they cope and all the rest of it. It's a community, guys. But however you take part, even if it's just virtually, if you just take a walk on Remembrance Sunday yourself or start something locally in your own town, the most important thing is that you're allowing yourself time to grieve. So have a listen to the people that I met and spoke to at the event, and let me know what you think, or even comment and let us know who you're missing today.
So I'm in the Phoenix Park in Dublin, and we've just run 5K, a Remembrance Run, and there's loads of people here that have been running in remembrance of someone, so I'm going to try and see if I can get a few of their stories. Okay, so I'm here with Shay Dolan. Congratulations, you've just run the 5K. Can you tell us please who you're running in memory of?
I'm running for my father and my sister-in-law.
Oh, and how long is it since
my father died in 2018, my sister-in-law 2019.
So very, very recent really.
Yes.
So people listen to this and they're all grieving. Have you any tips? Does it get any easier?
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't, sure it doesn't.
It's still, this brings it up because the memory of the people you love. So that's why I do it every year, even though I can't run for nuts, but I still do it anyway.
But it's a great way to remember people.
It is absolutely fantastic way.
And thank you for sharing your story with us today.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Right.
Thanks a million. Okay guys, I'm here with a lady called Tanya. Now I was running and I saw a lot of people running She has a t-shirt on in memory of Lennon, is that right? And it just struck a chord with me, Tanya, because I was running with my son today and they look like they're similar ages. Can you tell us about your son?
Yeah, Lennon was 20 when he passed away. He was in a motorbike accident. It was 3 years ago in September.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. And you have a lot of people here supporting you today.
Yes.
So a lot of people that listen to this podcast, obviously, they're grieving somebody, they've lost somebody. And I won't keep you long, but can you tell us, I suppose it's no point in asking does it get any easier, but does occasions like this help?
Yeah, looking at all his friends out today, they're all young lads that don't run, and to know they all made an effort to get up this morning and be up in the park for him, it means it actually lifts me so much.
It does,
It does.
yeah.
It's a big lift when you see them all out running.
He's only 20 years old. I actually ran today for my friend's son Gary, who was 28 when he passed. And I have to give you a hug because I lost a family member at 31 in a motorcycle accident. And after all these years, it doesn't get any easier. It definitely doesn't.
No.
But thank you so much for sharing your
Thank
story,
you.
and we're very, very sorry for your loss.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hey guys, I'm here with Gabriella, and we've just finished the 5k run in remembrance of those we've lost. So Gabriella, would you mind telling us who you ran for today?
Yeah, I ran for my dad.
For your dad?
He passed away 2 years ago.
2 years.
And this is my first run here. It was very emotional, but very nice vibe, and everybody was very cheerful and
Well
happy
done
to
to
do
you.
it.
Does occasions like this help?
Sorry?
Does attending occasions like this,
Yes.
where everybody who's grieving comes together, does it help you at all?
Yeah, sometimes we think that we are alone in this, and seeing so many people in the same for their loved ones, it's like a hug.
100%, yeah. And can I ask you, just from a spiritual perspective, have you felt your dad around you at all?
Yes.
I'd love to hear it.
Yes.
Can you share, is there anything in particular? Do you hear his footsteps? Do you smell his aftershave? Anything like this?
I did a playlist of the songs that he liked, and I was thinking if this particular song sounds when I'm reaching the finish line, it's because he's with me, and
he was with you
Yeah.
and you've crossed the finish line.
Yes.
I love that so much. Gabriella, thank you so much for sharing your
Thank
story
you.
with us. I really appreciate it.
Thanks so
and
much.
well done for today.
Thank you.
Okay guys, so I'm here with Bakosi and he's just finished the 5k run. Bakosi, would you tell us who you ran in memory of today?
Yeah, I'm remembering my mom.
Your mum?
Yes.
Oh, I'm so sorry for your loss. When did you lose your mum?
It was 3 years back.
Sorry?
3 years back.
3 years ago, so in
Yeah,
2021.
Yes.
And is this the first Remembrance Run that you've attended?
Yes, it's my first time to attend.
And does it help?
Yes, it does. It does.
Have you spoken to anybody else here today that has had a loss, or are you just doing your own thing?
I'm just doing my own thing.
You're just doing your own thing.
Yeah.
Well, we appreciate so much you taking your time
Okay.
to tell us about your mum today, and we're very, very sorry for your loss.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Hey guys, I'm just here with Karen at the Remembrance Wall. Now, I was running with my son Charlie today, and we were behind some people who had this t-shirt on, and he pointed out this boy to me because they look like they're similar ages. So, who's Killian?
Killian is a 15-year-old boy from Blanchardstown, suddenly passed away on 24th of October.
21st of October this year?
Yeah, this
Oh,
year. Yeah,
God, love you.
so 3 weeks ago.
3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And my son is 16, and he said he looks like
Yeah.
he's my age.
He's a beautiful little child, and we just ran in support with his mum and dad, Paul and Paul.
Of course.
And his brother Cian and his sister Heidi.
Oh, God bless.
There's a big bunch of us here today.
And I know it's very recent, you know, and for his parents it must be absolutely tragic. But just seeing people together like this, coming together to remember people, does it help at all?
Yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing. Well, you know, whether it helps with a family or not, I suppose, you know, nothing is ever going to be the same for them. But, you know,
But
just...
I always think that everybody that's grieving thinks that they're on their own and that nobody understands. But when you come to something like this, you do see that they do understand, don't
they'll
you?
never be on their own. You know, they've so
Yeah.
much support. They've great families. They've great friends, and you know, they'll never be alone.
So important.
Yeah.
Thank you
definitely.
so much
No
for taking
problem.
your time to talk to
No
us today.
problem.
Thanks a
Thanks.
million.
Bye.
Hey guys, so I'm here with Yvonne, okay, and there's a family here. Say hello everybody, they're all here together. So would you mind telling us who you ran for today?
I'm running for my dad, Harry Nolan.
Harry Nolan.
And then my nanny, my auntie, my uncle, loads.
Loads of them.
Loads, yeah.
They're remembering everybody, and I
Yeah.
love this old photograph here. I
That's
love
that's my granddad. That's my auntie.
handsome man, your granddad.
Yeah, and that's my dad, my auntie, my uncle, my cousin Connor.
Oh my gosh, looks such a
he,
young man.
he only passed away
12 months ago.
January.
January coming,
yeah.
not only last January this year.
And he died.
And Tommy, who only passed away a year ago
Yeah.
on Friday. Oh my goodness. So you've got a lot of people here. So Oh, there's more on the back. Yeah.
They're my aunties. That's my auntie. That's my uncle David's wife there, and Grace.
Oh, hi David.
That's their mum, and that's my uncle Peter. And that's my uncle Joe.
And you know, we always talk so much about the ones that are more recently passed, but it's important too that we remember the ones that are gone a long time, because grief doesn't get any easier, sure it doesn't. And does attending events like this, does it help? Is this your first time, by the way?
No, this is my 10th.
Your 10th Remembrance Run, well done to you. Oh my goodness.
Dad was 12 years on Friday.
Dad was 12 years on Friday. Does attend an event like this and just seeing everybody else and knowing that everybody else is grieving as well?
Yeah. Now I have to say, this is the first one I've got real emotional at the heavy. A few tears shed at the start.
Of course.
Yeah.
Because you've two very recent within the last 12 months really, you know, that have been lost.
Yeah.
And can I ask you from a spiritual point of view, have you ever felt them around you?
Oh, all the time.
Really? Can you share anything with us?
Yeah, my dad, we live at number 33, our house number, and my dad always said, all that matters is number 33. And when my dad actually passed away, it was 1233.
1233, oh my.
And we see it all the time.
Isn't that amazing?
Everything.
Everywhere.
Everywhere.
And 33 would be such a spiritual number.
Yeah.
I do numerology as well, and from a numerology point of view, you would be considered a master number, so it would always be very spiritual. So your dad was obviously a very spiritual person as well.
And like even when I was pulling into the car park today, it was 8:33.
Oh wow, so you knew he was with you.
I knew he was with me all the time. That's
amazing.
I got so emotional.
Yvonne, thank you so much for sharing your story with us. Thank you, and thanks for coming. Okay guys, I'm here with Stephen. Okay, so, again, he's just finished the 5k run. Is this your first Remembrance Run, Stephen?
First run ever.
First run ever.
Yeah.
I love it. How do you feel?
Great, fine.
Great,
yeah.
isn't that good? Would you mind, now you have a lovely t-shirt on you, would you tell us who you're running in remembrance of?
Yeah, this is Lara, Paul and Darren.
Lara, Paul and Darren,
Yeah.
okay. And who are they to you?
They're my girlfriend's uncles and dad.
Oh, I love that, and you're running for her. And she was too camera shy, but that's okay. It's not for everybody. So would you mind
And
me
their
just...
dad is here.
And their dad as
yeah.
well. And would you mind just telling us, if you, in your opinion, because a lot of people grieve in isolation and they lock themselves up and they don't talk about it, would attending an event like this, would it help?
100%, definitely, yeah.
Isn't it great just to see everybody is in the same situation and there's so many t-shirts and
Exactly,
pictures?
that's what it comes down to, yeah. It's just getting out there.
Exactly.
Talking to somebody.
Yeah, well, we're very sorry for your loss, and thank you for taking time to talk to us
Thanks
today.
very much.
Thanks, Stephen.
Thank you.
Thanks a million. Guys, I'm here with Marcus, okay? Did you enjoy your run, Marcus?
I had a great run, yeah.
Is this your first Remembrance Run?
No, it's my fourth.
Your fourth? Oh, well done to you. This is my first one. So, Marcus, would you mind telling us who you ran for today?
So I ran for my father, Anthony, and my friend Darren, who passed away, and anyone that has lost someone in the club that I run for, the Shelters Running Community. And I was lucky enough to run with a buggy and assisted chair today, Team SJ, with the gang from Inner City as well. So it was a nice special day.
Fair play to you. And tell me, you keep coming back, this is your fourth one. So would you mind telling people, like, okay, there's this Remembrance Run in Dublin, but there's events all over the country, all over the world. Would you recommend people, if they're grieving, to come out and attend something like this?
Oh, absolutely. I think when the running community, we all run for our own reasons, but I think for today, especially today, it's always in remembrance of the lost souls and people that have passed, and maybe people who would have ran in their past before. So I think definitely get out and support and share our memories, share our loss with everyone.
It's very true, isn't it? Because it's so hard to do on your own.
Well, I think when you find you're part of a community, everyone has their own reasons, as you can see, and there was a lot of tears along the way and the route, and everyone was remembering whoever they were, but we were all in one at the end of the day.
That's very true. Marcus, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us today. Thanks a million. Okay guys, so I came across a family here and they were taking pictures, so I accosted one of them. This is Joanne. Joanne, you all have pictures with the name David Leon. Would you mind telling us who David is?
That's my brother.
Oh.
Yeah, and he passed away. He was killed in a road accident a long time ago. So we do the Remembrance Run every year in memory of him.
Oh my God, how many times have you done the run?
How many times have we done it? Since it started. Since the very beginning, yeah.
Yeah, it's about 12 years, isn't it?
Yeah,
so, I think so, yeah. And tell me this, does it help?
Yeah, it does. It's a lovely time to get together as a family. And it's very emotional as well at the same time, but
of course
I don't think we'll ever stop doing it. We'll do it forever for
100%.
him. Yeah.
And you know, the fact that you say that he's passed a few years,
yeah,
it doesn't get easier, sure it doesn't.
Never, no. And grief comes in waves. Obviously, people go through like tough times, you know, and then you're good as well. So you never get over losing someone like that close, and in a sudden accident, a tragic accident like he died. So it's lovely. We're a very, very close family.
Obviously, yes, because there's a lot of people
here. It brought us a lot closer, losing my brother. We all love him so much. So
of course you do, absolutely. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us here. You're very brave.
Yeah.
And thank you so much. Okay guys, so I was nearly going to go and I saw this lovely lady standing over here. She's a T-shirt on in memory of Mum. This is Lauren. Lauren, would you mind telling us when you lost your mum?
I lost my mum in July 26th this year.
Oh, only this year in July?
Year.
Oh, so it's very, very recent.
Yeah.
Is this your first Remembrance Run?
Yeah, it's actually my birthday, so I thought I would do it on my birthday.
Today's your birthday? Oh, happy birthday. So your first birthday without your mum.
Yeah.
And Mum would have been a very young lady.
Yeah, about 57.
57, oh my goodness, it's no age at all. So thanks for taking the time to talk to us about your mum. Can I just ask you before I let you go, did today help?
Yeah, I thought it was good. I really enjoyed it.
Is it just seeing other people that you're not going through this on your own?
Yeah, that there, you didn't really think about it. So
yeah. And from a spiritual point of view, do you mind if I ask you, have you felt Mum around you since she left?
Yeah.
Can you share us anything? Did you smell her perfume? Do you just feel her energy?
Just hearing stuff about the house.
Hearing stuff about the house, that you know she's still there. That's the most important part, isn't it? We don't need big massive signs, we just need a presence, isn't that it? Lauren, thank you so much for sharing your story with me, ma'am, and well done on today.
Thank you.
Thanks a million. Guys, I know it's noisy. I know it's noisy here with the music in the background, but if you look at this wall here behind me, everybody's writing their messages, their names, you know, just in remembrance of those that they've lost, and it goes all the way around this building here, and it's the wall of remembrance. Guys, you're not on your own, okay? This is everybody here is grieving somebody, and if you see the crowds and there's people still running and walking the course, so it's just been amazing. And we have the band here in the background, so that's why it is so noisy. But guys, you're not on your own, okay? And attend events like these because it's so important to meet other people and to know that you're not in isolation. Okay guys, so I just accosted a few people here at the Remembrance Run just to get their stories. I just want you all to know that you're not on your own. You know, get out, attend events like this. There's a lot of people grieving, but at some point, and I know this is going to sound very cold to say, but life does go on and we have to get out there. And you know, even if you meet someone at an event like this, maybe you'll help them, maybe they'll help you, and just seeing that everybody is going through the same thing. Grief doesn't go away. It doesn't get any easier. But life does go on and you can still remember them in a very, very positive way. So thank you for listening, guys, and I will see you in the next episode of Life After Life. So until then, take care and stay safe.
Discussing everything.